From the 1011 Now streaming studio, this is The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Good evening, I'm Danielle Shenk with your headlines for Friday, August 29th. Protesters gathered at the Nebraska State Capitol this evening, voicing frustration over plans to turn the McCook Work Ethic Camp into an ICE detention facility. Now, it's not just residents seeking answers. State lawmakers have also been raising some questions. A letter from 13 lawmakers requesting a public forum has been denied by the legislature's Judiciary Committee. Senator George Dungan, who signed the letter, says the process lacks transparency between Governor Pillen's office, the executive branch, and the public.
You know, as somebody who's born and raised in Nebraska, I love this state. I love what we stand for. And I don't think we stand for these kind of ideals. So at the end of the day, it's really sad.
Dungan says he will keep fighting and urges officials to be honest with Nebraskans about the facility. 1011 has reached out to Governor Pillen's office for comment, but has not yet received a response. Now, Nebraska Appleseed is also weighing in. The organization tells us they launched a petition on August 21st, and in less than a week, over 18,900 Nebraskans from 386 communities have signed it, urging the governor to oppose opening a large-scale federal detention camp. Now, that petition was delivered to the governor on Thursday. Senator Pete Ricketts' Federal Issues Forum at the Nebraska State Fair was briefly interrupted this morning by shouting protesters. Police and fair staff quickly escorted them out. During the rest of the forum, Senator Ricketts focused on the passing of President Trump's Big Beautiful Bill and the future of agriculture in Nebraska.
Agriculture is the heart and soul of what we do in Nebraska. It's our largest industry in our state. About 1 in 4 jobs in Nebraska are tied to agriculture. Well, in the One Big Beautiful Bill, we're incenting businesses to create that child care. We're taking the deduction up from $150,000 to $500,000.
The full forum, including a Q&A with EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin, is available on the 1011 Now app on Roku. In crime news related to the state fair, a carnival worker there is in jail accused of using an electronic device to commit sexual assault. Investigators say 46-year-old Todd Brown thought he was talking to a 14-year-old girl online, but it was an undercover officer. He was arrested after arranging a meeting and is held on a $100,000 bond. State fair officials say he was a contract employee for Wade Show's Carnival and no guests were involved. New charges have been filed against an Axtell man following a deadly 3-car crash near Holdridge this month. 3 people died at a Highway 6 intersection. 35-year-old Brock Schneider now faces 3 counts of felony manslaughter, 3 counts of motor vehicle homicide, DUI, and 1 count of second-degree assault. Staying in central Nebraska, a judge is considering a new trial for a Superior man convicted of murdering his girlfriend. In June, 32-year-old Sebastian Dunbar was found guilty in the December 2023 shooting death of Molly Gruber. Prosecutors revealed new evidence from Gruber's phone the day after the trial. Investigators had the phone since her death but couldn't access it until June 30th, the day of Dunbar's conviction. The judge will review arguments from both sides over the next 6 weeks. The Nebraska Supreme Court is allowing 4 Lincoln gun owners to move forward with their lawsuit against the city's gun ordinances. They sued in 2023 after Lincoln banned guns in city-owned buildings and parks following a new state law allowing permitless concealed carry. A Lancaster County judge dismissed the case, but the High Court ruled the owners have standing since they stopped carrying concealed weapons. Similar ordinances in Omaha are also tied up in court. In other news, the University of Nebraska is aiming for a repeat win in the Big Ten We Give Blood Drive, competing for $1 million from Abbott. Their goal is 8,000 donations, double last year's total. Sticking with the Huskers, Nebraska football got off to a nail-biting start with a win over Cincinnati at Arrowhead Stadium. Senior DB Malcolm Hartzog sealed the game with a final second interception.
That is a unit that is experienced. Been with Matt Rule this entire time, 3 years, Malcolm Hartzog. If there was anybody to basically take that situation and make sure it didn't slip out of Nebraska's fingers, it was going to be the secondary.
The Huskers forced 2 big turnovers. Dylan Raiola threw for 243 yards and 2 scores, and Emmett Johnson rushed for over 100 yards for the second time in his career. Now looking ahead to next Saturday's home game against Akron, Lincoln Police urge fans to plan ahead.
Frequently people stop and want to ask the officers directing traffic directions, like stop their car in the middle of the intersection. I'm like, I can't really help give you directions right now. you got to keep moving. Hopefully you've downloaded an app and know where you're going, but we can't give every single person directions on how to get where you're going.
Best exits from I-80 include Highway 77, 56th Street, or 84th Street, while I-180 often gets congested. For parking info, to watch the full End Report Husker Show, or to donate blood to help the Huskers reach their goal, you can visit our website or 1011 Now app. Rounding out your night beat is a check of the 7-day forecast.
You've been listening to The Night Beat.
Sponsored by Pella Windows and Doors of Lincoln.
Watch, listen, and stream on the 1011 app on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.